Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. I am back live with you on YouTube today. Hope you are doing well. Hope your October has been going wonderful. I am live today to check in, and today, as you tune in today, feel free to put in the comments where you are located. Would love to hear from you today. And why did I want to do a check-in today? We are in Q4, the final quarter of the year of 2025. Wow, the year has gone by. And this time of the year, I would love for you all to get an opportunity to respond. How many of you are excited for the end of the year? Feel free to put a yes in the chat. Or, if you're like, feeling not too excited for the end of the year, that's okay. You can also comment in the chat as well. And today I wanted to go live because I wanted to talk about the power of yes. That is why today's theme is on the transformation begins with a yes. Put in the comment, yes, the word yes in the chat. Sometimes we may talk about, I want to say no instead, and really exercising using that no as a complete sentence. Today, I want to talk about the transformation that begins with the yes, and specifically choosing and making choices that align with who you are and where you want to go. I've talked about this 4 years ago. I was at the height of my career and was a dental professional and went on to start my business, Higher Mountaintops, and had a vision as I was seeking a new direction in that period of time to do something more, to ultimately give back. And now today I stand because of all the micro decisions that I made that year, even in uncertainty. Type uncertainty in the chat. I made the decision to choose me, but then also align myself with my purpose. Today, serving to help early professional women prepare for their next chapter, whether they're starting, advancing, or pivoting into new careers. All of that began with choosing yes along the way. Choosing yes to say, you know what, let me join this program. Choosing yes to say, you know what, I am going to start this business. And then choosing yes to really step into my purpose and to help early professionals in the future, giving back and adding value. Now, today is not about me. Today is really about me checking in to find out right now, October 31st, as you assess where you were in January 2025, did you have some New Year's resolutions or goals? I know I did. Did you have a vision board that you created? A vision for where you wanted to be in 2025? And it was excited, ready to step into something new, perhaps. And is it potentially you are here October 31st thinking shoulda, coulda, was going to? Were you going to apply for that job opportunity at last? after nudges from your peers that, you know what, you'd be a really good manager and you should apply for that job? Were you going to apply for that job in January? And yet, still to this day, something is having you torn because you are feeling that disappointment, feeling that something is holding you back and you still haven't applied for that position. Or were you at the beginning of the year thinking, you know what? Yes, yes, yes. Starting my career this year. And as you stepped into your new chapter, following your graduation, whatever season that was, do you find yourself at times feeling lost? Or perhaps feeling a sense of, do I belong here in the workplace? Longing to really step into your role with confidence and clarity. Is that you? And no one else knows but you. Or are you also thinking, you know what, I have been in this job for some time. At the beginning of the year, I thought, you know what, I am going to really step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to apply for an opportunity, but I really want to start something on my own company, my own practice. And yet something was holding you back. January, it was February, it was March, it was May, it was June, it was July, it was August, it was September, and now we are stepping into the end of October and November. And you're thinking, oh, I'll just wait until January. And yet you are feeling some discomfort between where you are and where you want to be. Is that you? I'm here to ask you these questions because no matter where you are in your journey, it's really important to do that self-check-in and find out where you are, not as an indictment, but to think about how can I actually utilize this opportunity for a new month. November is coming up, to reset and not necessarily wait until January to really align yourself with not only who you are, but where you want to be. It starts with a yes. And so what will you say yes to yourself? Yes, you may have thought about the questions that I posed for you, and now the question is, where are you going to say yes? Are you going to say yes to a new conversation that you've been putting off in order to get you in the position to apply for that job opportunity at last? Are you going to say yes to yourself to now, hey, I'm going to actually listen to one voice, and that is my intuition. That it's time to move on. It's time to move on and start my own company. It's time to move on for me to pivot into a new career and to really let go of what is holding you back. Tomorrow is November 1st. And tomorrow is an opportunity to reset. Often this time of the year, you hear that phrase, let's finish 2025 strong. I want to add one here today. How about finishing 2025 with that reset, renewal, rejuvenation? And it starts with a yes. Transformation begins with the micro decision to choose you. And so my question is, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Option A, to sit in this if you're feeling disappointed, lost, or maybe seeking a new direction, and to wait until January 1st. Option 2 is to say, I choose today, and specifically this new month, as an opportunity to reset. And the path does not need to be clear in terms of what it is, exactly how everything needs to unfold, but it starts with a decision to say, you know what? I want to choose to step into what it is I want to do. And it begins with those micro decisions and a yes. And that is the power of yes. You know, in the chapter of Leadership Unveiled, Elevating Leadership Through Experience, an anthology that I was a part of, there's a quote in the chapter that I have here on decision making under pressure. And I say, saying yes to something unfamiliar, imperfect, and unclear created conditions for transformation. Let me read that again. Saying yes to something unfamiliar, imperfect, and unclear created conditions for transformation. Think about that for a moment. Simply saying yes. That has a ripple effect, no matter whether or not you know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, the full plan and how it'll unveil. Whether you're looking for another job or whether you're looking to step into something new, simply saying yes and saying, you know what, I am going to take that opportunity to really choose yes and choose you ultimately to align your decisions is going to create those conditions for transformation. I read that from Leadership Unveiled, and that is just an excerpt quote from my chapter. In Leadership Unveiled, there are many authors in there and very much speaking to a variety of topics, industries, generations, experiences. Whether you are an educator, executive, or no matter where you are in your journey and even as an early professional, these are real stories to inspire you to lead with clarity and confidence and connection, and equipping you wherever you are to lead. We have chapters on mentorship, chapters on emotional intelligence, all of this meant to equip you along your journey. And what I just read is specifically on decision making. So let's go right back to the premise of today. I told you that I'm checking in. I'm checking in today as a reminder that you have the opportunity, as October 31st winds on today, the end of the month, with 2 months to go, to decide, to make a decision, to not stay in that space of disappointment, to not stay in that state of, hey, what is it that I want to do? I'll just wait until next year. Today can be your January 1st. Tomorrow's November 1st, 2025. And so I want to come on here to propel you forward, to help you, to give you that nudge. Knowing the power of yes myself over the years, that if you say yes today, say yes to yourself, to finally stepping into whatever it is that you are seeking to move into next, that the plan itself and all the details and all of that is not necessarily in yet, but things will begin to reveal itself, and ultimately that yes will create those conditions for that transformation. And so if you're looking to really lean more into this idea of decision making, as we wrap up October and step into the final months of the year, I want to encourage you to click the link below to order your own copy, to get your copy of Leadership Unveiled, Elevating Leadership Through Experience. There's my chapter and there's several other chapters, but to help you as that first step, say yes and say, you know what, I'd like to say yes, and let me lean more into this. Click the link below to get your copy of Leadership Unveiled, Elevating Leadership Through Experience. The quote that I read was from there. And also, no matter where you are in your leadership journey, because leadership is influence, so I believe you are a leader, this will also help you, equip you along your journey. We have several co-authors as well in the book and helping you along your journey. Takeaways for today. Today is an opportunity as we step into the last day of October to reset. 2, as we step into a new month, you don't have to wait until January to really make a decision and choose yes and to reset. November 1st can be your January 1st. And lastly, you are a leader. If you have leadership is influence, as the quote says, and click the link below. This book will help equip you along your journey. It will help you and speak into decision making. If that is a season that you're in, you're going back and forth between, do I do this? Do I do that? Click the link below to get your copy of Leadership Unveiled, which was an Amazon bestseller, Elevating Leadership Through Experience. And in addition to that, if you'd like to connect, I will also add a contact information for myself. You read the chapter and you say, oh my goodness, I want to definitely dig deeper as well. Reach out to me at my website, www.highermountaintops.com. It's been a pleasure to check in with you today. I wanted to check in before the end of the month and before we step into the final months of 2025. Leadership Unveiled, Elevating Leadership Through Experience, an anthology is now available. Click the link below to get your copy today. Happy Friday and happy last day of October. And I am rooting for your rise as we step into the final 2 months of 2025. Take care. Bye.